Hello, hello, good evening, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you all doing? Coming on. I don't know what that is. I mean, really, they change things every day. I'm trying to keep up. I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late, but as I said, I was having some technical difficulties. And I'm just gonna see that everything is working as always. And there we are. Now I will be able to see everybody's comments. And anyway, so today we are ready to start. I'm resuming my lives. I was away for a couple of weeks. Well, I wasn't away for a couple of weeks, but I couldn't come live for a couple of weeks. That's what it was. But anyway, I'm back, and I decided I want to show you an investment piece, which is the Party Dice Bundle, which include two super huge sets of dice. Usually we have bundles that are like Dyson stamp sets or punches and stamp sets or things like that. But this time we have a bundle that is two um, big dice, sets of dice. So this is the Party Alphabet dice, and they're perfectly with the Party Banners dice. I'm going to show you in just 1 second. Hi, Teresa. Oh, I missed you too, guys. Thank you for saying that. It makes me, well, not happy that you missed me, but kind of like, well, you know what I mean. So these are the Party Banners. I just started to play with them when I came back from my trip, which was like Wednesday night. So I haven't had all the time in the world to explore, but I already have so many ideas because these are the gift that keeps the creative gifts that keeps on giving. They're phenomenal. Look how many there are, and you can use them for anything. To make boxes, well, not the banners, like the dice, the other dice, the alphabet dice. To make boxes, to make like little banners like this. This is like a kind of a sort of a cake topper that I made for National Donut Day that we celebrate in my office. And isn't it cute? And they're so easy. This is the smaller of the banner dice. So you can do cake toppers with that. You can use them for cards. Look, there's like different sizes here. You can do actual banners, like much bigger banners than this. Like this is tiny banner, but this is only a medium-sized banner. The largest one, look how big it is. Let me show you. So you can see and compare. Look. So the letters are always this size. I think they're like, I think I measured it like 2 3/4, I believe. I'm sorry. The height of the letters is 2.5, actually. But the banners are huge, huge. So you can decorate them. And I made these just to put in as a tag for a give back, like a big, larger give back. I thought it would be very cute. And I love monogramming gifts because it adds a personal touch that everybody appreciates. Because as they said, everybody's favorite word is their own name. Oh, you like Teresa? I think Teresa is referring to the National Donut Day thingy, right? Anyway, so these are just a few of the things that I put together in the last 2 to 3 days, and my brain is bursting with ideas to do a lot more. So I'm just gonna start because otherwise we're never gonna finish. But let's start with the card because that's the most straightforward thing. And I love using the card to cut the card so it has a different shape that is not the regular shape. And I think this is the size larger than that. I'm just gonna show you how I did it because I already pre-cut it. Yeah, it's this one. The important thing when you do this is that when you put it through your machine, you have to leave the top outside. So it's better outside of this edge here because you don't want to cut this, otherwise you will end up with two pieces. But you want to end up only with one piece. So what I mean is that when you put it, you have to make sure that that top line is out. So you may want to cut it upside down, well, facing up. So you see exactly what happened. Because believe me, it happened to me. My first try, I cut it and I end up with two, which no problem because I used it for this. But anyway, that was not my intention. So if you want to save your cardstock or your paper, that's what you have to do. So basically you cut it horizontally, 4.5 by 4.25 by 5.5, and then you fold it in half, well, by 11, then fold it in half at 5.5, and then just run it through the machine, fold it. Even if it's double, the machine is gonna be able to cut both layers. So it will give you this shape, okay? One important thing about these, and mostly, well, not exactly about this, they do have a little bit of when they get cut, they give you a little bit of an edge down. So if you put it up like in the other way around, you're gonna notice that it lifts up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it here, but you just have to be conscious about it and how you're gonna use it. So this is gonna be mark car base now, and how fun it is, isn't it? And you could do it vertically as well, or horizontally. And let's see. And then I did another layer with another of the dies, a smaller die, for my mat. We're just gonna glue this. And this is a very fast and easy card, but it's kind of very effective because nobody expects it to have this die-cutted shape. I like it. Oh, and I realized I did that the other day too. Oh, well. Basically, maybe if we can do it this way, so I can use the glue already. Even though I just told you that it has the edge, that it's a little different, but it's okay. It's gonna work. It's not super straight. I'm just gonna put more glue. So I hope that everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend, doing fun things. I'm just gonna flatten those edges that I told you about, since I did it wrong, because we want to put the ribbon through it. Oh, and let me show you. I've been doing, for some of my ribbon spools, the ribbon tamer. I'm sure that you have seen them. They're so easy to make. Oh, what is it? It's over there. So you just pull it as much as you want. You can also do it like by moving this back. See? And it always stays in place. Once I cut it, it's gonna be here, and it's very, I'll show you how to do it. I'm sure you've seen it online by some other demonstrators, but I'll show you just in case you have not seen it. And another thing that's happened while I was away is that some of the things have disappeared. So I'm gonna use this. I cannot find my stamping seal. which is what I would use here. So I have this old Tombow thingy, because that's how I like to do my ribbon. I'm gonna put this in the center, pull it tight. This is the faux linen ribbon. I love it. Love it. I love the texture and everything. It's a little stretchy, so that's what I say, stretch, because you don't want to end up with a belly. You know what? That's what I call it, like when the ribbon has like a little bit of a too loose. Okay. Like a wave that's too loose. It doesn't, that's why I like my stamping seal, because this doesn't seal so well. But anyway, now we're gonna do this again. Now that I have my ribbon, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the glue where it was before. I should have put it on the back of my car, but that works anyway because I had my guide from messing up before. All right. And then I used the littlest ribbon, banner die for my little sentiment tag. And I'm using a happy birthday. This comes from the latest paper pumpkin, Majestic Mountains, and it has a nice two-font happy birthday that I love, and it's small enough that it fits here perfectly. So photopolymer, I'm gonna just play it safe. Stamp my sentiment. I think this is the only stamping that I'm gonna do today. So today is not about stamping. We're gonna put this in dimensionals. I'm almost done with dimensionals here. If not, we're gonna have to cut some of these edges, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Oh, the ribbon is the new ink color cloud cover. I love it, isn't it? I got all the in colors ribbons, and this is Secret Sea, but I figured that for this one, cloud cover was nicer. Yeah, Teresa, I still owe you the gift because I didn't have time to mail it before I left, but I will mail it this week. Teresa won the raffle of the last live that we had. Put this away. I hope I can find my stamping seal. It drives me crazy. It probably it's fallen and it's behind something, but it drives me crazy not to have it. And then we're gonna decorate this with the in color flat pearls. And just for variation, I'm gonna use the dark ones. This is Secret Sea. And I'm gonna do the big one here, and then the medium one, and then the little one. There we go. In order. And then just to finish it up, well, not to finish it up, we're still not done. Let me see if I can close this. We have, Okay, that's a ribbon on the floor. That's how things get lost in my house. We're gonna get some more ribbon. See, I was using adhesive before to keep the edge of the ribbon in place, but then the adhesive gives, and then it doesn't work so well. So, but I like this ribbon tamer, and it takes nothing to do it. I should be using my cloth scissors, but just gonna make a little bow. This ribbon makes very nice bows. I'm just trying to get it nice how I want it. No, I don't like this side. I like the other side better. And then we're gonna trim the edges, the tails. I think that's good enough. Yes. Trim the tail. So I went that way, so I have to go that way. There. And then we're gonna put a couple of glue dots behind this. Oh, the other way around. There we go. Trying to keep everything that comes in a roll tame. This one is very easy. I just tie a ribbon around it, and then you just keep going until it's done. The trick is to use ribbon that you either have a lot of or you're not going to use so much. So you're not wasting your good ribbon. The only thing about this ribbon is that when you press down, it kind of wrinkles. You see how it gets the shape, but then you can take it off again and press down again like that and make a bouncy bow. All right. So then for the inside of this one, I did a strip of the paper here, but I did not pre-cut any strips of that paper. Let me see if I can do it quickly. I have, by the way, for my sentiment, another of the banners cut with just white paper. And then I cut a tiny little banner here for my envelope. Let's take that out of the way. Isn't it cute? Thank you, Elise. How are you? Well, how do I store my ribbons? Well, I use a kitchen paper roll. I'll show you in a second. I need more than one, but I only have one. Then the other ones I have in a box. Like the ones I use the most, I put in the roll. Like for instance, in Christmas, I put, see, this is, I don't know if I don't have much room, but you see that the kitchen towel holder, that's what I'm using. Then I can put it vertically on my table because I don't have that much room. So that's perfect for me. Let me put it back. That's a very efficient way and inexpensive for me. I understand it doesn't work for everybody, but works for me. So this is my envelope. Okay, and we could do the same here and put another one, but I don't want to get up and die cut another one. So I'm probably gonna cut a piece of the paper if I have any. The paper, by the way, comes, this is look, I've used so much of it. It's a Florals in Bloom, and I have to find the same one that I was using for this, for the outside, because that's the point, right? And I may have used it all. Could it be? No, I don't want to start. I don't want to start another one. I'm trying to find a scrap. Here we go. Here's a scrap. So let me see if I can cut a scrap. It's not gonna find. You know what? I'm just gonna put it here. How about that? I'm just gonna put it vertically. And I just do a scrap of that. So I'm gonna measure this. And it measures, it's a little bit more than 3 3/4. So I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do 3/4 of an inch, just because I wanna, oh, okay. All right, let's do it the other way. 3/4 of an inch. This way I can do it from the outside in. And then I'm gonna cut this at a little bit more than 3/4, we said, right? 3 3/4. So hopefully that's it. And if not, we'll make it work. Well, I'm using these florals in bloom more than I thought I would use them. Believe it or not. There we go. Yes, this is our thing. I would have liked it better to put it here and then just cut the shape with the trimmer, with the die. But I don't want to get up now to do it because I'm very constrained here with space and everything around me. So it will be a disaster. So just putting this, I think. And I think this is the right side up. And because I cut it upside down, I'm gonna flatten the edge of the trimmer. And now I'm just gonna put more glue. So this is a very simple, easy. I complicated my life a little bit more than I was trying to, but it's a nice and simple, easy card. And I love the effect of the shape of it, right? It's original. All right. And the envelope, which I have right here. So that's a nice little combo, don't you think? All right. So besides making banners, because you could see there's so much more that you can do. And one of the things is kind of like a tag. And this is a big tag. Because as I said, I wanted to put it in a big gift bag for my friend. So let's move on to this. There's so many ways to use these dies. It's incredible. Because this, what I did, let me show you if I can find my materials. As I said, I was trying to do the card base for the other one, and it cut my edge, so I end up with 2 pieces of this instead of like my card base. You know, I didn't have the fold. So I put this and I cut the letter in the center. I like to do that because then you can use the letter for something else. So you're using your designer series paper in a smart way. I've already carved it. And then you, instead of putting this on top of this and having to use that and not using the negative, I'm all about using the negative because, you know, it's more bang for your buck. You know, you used it all. You use it twice, everything. Nothing goes to waste. For some letters though, remember you have to keep the centerpiece too, because if I put this like that, it's not gonna be pretty, right? It's gonna miss my little triangle, and I have it right here. And I have to confess, I actually lost the original one, so I had to cut another little triangle just to put the little triangle of my A there. And that's how it's gonna go. All right, so I used the die that it measures. Let's measure this. It's a little bit more than 3.5. It's like a 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/8, I think. Is it 6/8? No, 6/8 it would be 3/4. But anyway, it's just in between. They're not exact. And I was gonna put it right there like that, but I thought it didn't stand out so much. And maybe it's because of my paper. If my paper had been darker, my designer series paper, it may have worked better. But I figure, well, we can put a little piece behind it. And this piece measures 2 by 2 3/4. And then because, as I told you, the letters are like approximately 2.5 inches tall. Oh, that's nice. Elise says that she uses paper towel holders and empty handy wrap boxes. That's great. That's a great idea. Anyway, I'm just going to put glue around my letter. And every letter will have its own challenges. I mean, challenges is like an exaggeration. There's nothing very challenging. But you know what I mean, right? Oh, I didn't do one thing that I wanted to do. One is that just so this stands out more, I saw this demonstrator from the UK. Her name is Claire Ottaway, and she has great ideas. And I'm following her because I like her style. She does a lot of fun folds. So she said to put just a little bit past, either with a blend or with one of the markers. If you do that, and if you do it a little bit in, it will give you a more polished edge, and also will help it stand out more. I did that on the C as well. It wasn't so easy, and I messed up in a little bit. So it's fine that we're not going to do it in the A, but I want to do it right here. So when you see it on the side, you won't see the white of the paper in the center. It's not black background. It's actually Secret C. Teresa is saying that the black background works very well, but it's Secret C. And the marker I was using is Secret C. They're the new ink colors. And I love them, especially Secret C and Cloud Cover, which are Secret C is this, and Cloud Cover is that one. Now we're gonna see that we put this center. That looks good. And I have a little bit of a blemish there. I don't know what from. Probably dirty hands. And I'm just gonna center it as best I can. I think it needs to go a little bit farther down, but I want to make sure that I cover the dirtiness there, a little spot. I think that works. And see how it stands out? It looks like it has, oh, is it a little crooked or is it me? I think now it's fine. See how it has the, like doing the marker thing? It gives a little bit of a raised edge kind of effect. Anyway, so another thing I wanted to tell you, I didn't do it because I don't have any, but I saw somebody, a demonstrator, who put behind this, like she didn't cut the she didn't use the negative of for the letter. She used the actual letter. But for the banner base, she put a magnet behind it, and then she put a magnet in the letters. So if you have a banner that says, say, welcome, you can actually reuse the letters and put it, like make combinations and put happy birthday or something, or happy retirement, or, like that kind of thing. And I thought that was very clever. I don't have magnets with me, but I just thought I would pass the idea along. Another thing in these dies is these little things to cut the holes here, which I already did. But basically, if you can do it all at the same time. You pass it through the machine at the same time. I did not. But anyway, I cut it first, and then I position my little dies for the holes with a little bit of Post-it. And then you have these little ones to, and I have to have them here. I can find them here to finish this up. Also to reinforce the holes. So when you put the ribbon or thread through it, they don't rip your card base. Okay. So for this, I just put a little bit of glue, my silicone mat, just a little bit. And with my tweezers, just grab a bit and the other one. Whoops. Well, I put really, really, really little, but I think I have enough. There we go. Right, I'm gonna let that dry. And meanwhile, I'm gonna decorate with some flowers. You can use whichever flowers you have. We have bunches with flowers. Some of them retire. We have dies with flowers. Because these look to me like tulips, I went back to the tulip, blooming tulip dies that are retired for a while. And I cut these. I'm not gonna even show you how I did it because it comes in many parts, but I'll just save the time. And I'm gonna put them right there. They're a little different. I think the leaves are in another way, but just put a little bit of glue. Oh, look, I actually attached them where I wanted them with turn tape. So I'm just gonna remove that. That will help adhere. And I'm gonna put a little bit of, maybe a couple of glue dots will work there. Oh, and I'm gonna show you how to do the tamer just as soon as I'm done with these. These here and these there. And I think this makes an adorable tag for a gift bag. And you can make it smaller if you want. Just think that if it's over 2.5 inches, you can use the letters. And if it's less than that, you can use the mini alphabet dies for smaller sentiments, which is what I used for my donut thingies yesterday. These very handy. I hope you got them. You were able to get them at the end of celebration as a freebie with your purchase. So that's it. And then all we need to do is add our little ribbon there. I don't know. I don't want to waste too much ribbon. But the spirit is we can get more, right? All right. So you can put it from the front or you can put it from the back. I like it from the back. I don't want to see the ribbon. Whoops, the ribbon here, especially if you're doing a banner. Let me explain. So if you're doing a banner, and here will be your other piece of the banner, I don't want the ribbon here. I want the ribbon in the back. But that's up to you. Some people, if you have nice ribbon, you may want to see the ribbon. I don't know. All right. I'm just going to do a knot. And I'm going to clean the edge because it does fray a little bit when you pull through it. And for the edge, I wanted to actually, see, I have a little bit more room because I wanted to cut it like this with this shape, right? Like flag tails kind of. So for that, I hold it in half and I do that. See, and now we pull and you see that kind of shape that ties it all together. It's just a little thing, but I may have cut too little of it. And of course, when I put it in on my give bag, I'm gonna have to undo one of the knots and put it through the handle of the give bag and then tie the knot again. Yeah, it's a little small. I should have done a little bit more, but that's okay. We'll make it work. We make everything work here, right? All right, so again, I'm gonna fold it in half. Now it's a little irregular because of the knot, but I'm gonna fold it in half. Oh, and I cut it the other way. Duh. I cut it the other way. Silly girl. It has to be that way. There. There we go. A fishtail. And here we have it. Two little tags. Imagine this in any size. That's what I'm thinking. Like you may think like this is not a tag, this is kind of like a banner. And you can make the banner the same way. You can also use the designer series paper as the main layer for your banner and put just cardstock, color cardstock or combination of designer series paper. There's like the possibilities are endless. And this will be the same way that you do a big banner. I just didn't want to do a big banner because it does use a lot of material. That is true. But what I was telling you is like you can use this then now for something else. Like I did the same thing here for the box that I'm going to show you in a little bit. I have my C here. So I don't know, I can use it to monogram a box, to do a little placeholder for your table. How cute would it be, right? To have like everybody with like a little tiny banner that you can hang from your glassware or something. I mean, as I say, like my mind is going like all these ideas. I just love this set. So the thing is that it's, as I said, it's an investment piece because I can't remember how much the bundles are, like the dies are separate. Like the banner dies are not that expensive, but the alphabet dice are. So together it's $125. But I think this is a very good investment piece for your toolbox. And remember, now with the rewards, you get $12.50. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like the tulips. Tulips are my favorite flower. So I'm like, oh, great. This looks like tulips. I get to use the tulips again. Because I was thinking the other days, like I didn't use them enough when they first came out. I used them a lot, and then, but I mean, I love it. I love it. They just take time. And for these ones, by the way, I used peach pie, and then I sponged the edges with Timid Tiger, which is one of the new ink colors as well. So, and the leaves and the stems are Secret Sea. All right. So now you've seen these two things. Let me show you the tamer. of the ribbon. Let's just say I want to do it for this one, right? This is a new ribbon, by the way. It's called Silver Edge ribbon, and it has a silver edge. Look at that. They don't like. So you know how when you're cutting a piece of white cardstock to make your inside notes for your cards, you always end up with these little strips that are like half an inch. Well, I always save them. Good that I did, because that's what you use for this. So you put it like that, fold it, pull because you want this tight, and then you're gonna cut it where you see that it goes. It doesn't have to be exact, as long as it overlaps for a little bit. And I need to grab for a second my punch. I don't have, there's a punch that punches like a little, like this one. This is an old one, Label Me Fancy punch. But you see the little strip that's like a tiny little lozenge? That's what you need. We have a new punch that's a tiny one that has that, but I don't have it. So you put it back where you want it. Mark here in the center where your hole is gonna go. Now I'm opening this. Let me see if I can do it on camera. And I'm gonna find my pencil mark. There it is. You see it? Right there. I'm just gonna punch that. It's moving. Okay. It doesn't have to be super perfect either. It's gonna work either way. And then we put it back in. Oh, I have to open this so I to show you how it goes. All right. So we're gonna put this, as we said, that it will go. This, and this. Now we're gonna put some glue there to close it. I want to use liquid glue for this because it's a sturdy adhesive. Stampin' Seal Plus may work, but because it moves a lot, it's a moving piece, may lose its edge at the end. Just remember to be tight, to tighten it up, I mean. Then we just put it, you can put it from the top or from the bottom, whatever you prefer. There it goes. Isn't it fun? Actually, I did the other for the bottom. It may work better, but it keeps it in place. I'm just moving it back to, this one has the edges like that, so it may get stuck, but anyway, let me do it from the bottom. That's the way. Help myself a little bit. There we go. I think this works better from the bottom. I like it better. Anyway, it's brand new ribbon. And it never comes undone. If you want to tighten it up because you didn't use that as much, you can just move the dial a little bit and that's it. Isn't it fun? Fun and useful. Anyway, I don't know who came up with that. I've seen several demonstrations doing it, so I figured like, let me give it a try. All right. And next thing, we could do the little banner because that's going to be fast. So this is my banner for Donut Day, but it's my cake topper. What I did, and I didn't bring them here, I have two colorful straws that I use. I tie this in 2 layers, 2 rows, so to speak, like that. But I'm thinking Donut Day is done. National Donut Day. We celebrate in my office big time. Just for silly. It started as a little joke, and now it's kind of an in joke that we celebrate every year. It's fun. Okay, so, and I'm using here an old thread that I have, and I realized I don't have that many color threads. And guess what? There's a lot of them in the last chance. So I bought a lot of colorful threads because I'm gonna do a lot of banners, like cake toppers, banners, and such. So I'm gonna keep these because I can reuse these letters for some other messages, or for names or something. So I'm gonna put happy birthday because I have a friend who's having her birthday soon. And this could be a cake topper for her. And why not reuse it, right? If it didn't get dirty with your cake, you can reuse your little tiny banners. So I need an H and I need a BIR. And I have them here. Okay. If I can find them. They were here. There we go. It's very useful for these little ones to put adhesive sheet behind it. And then I'll tell you something else. Once you put it through the machine, the adhesive has to go face down. You don't see the adhesive. I did it face up to make sure that I was covering the adhesive, and some letters, they worked, like the H. But some letters, it didn't work, like the P, because it was inverse. So anyway, live and learn, right? So we have, let me see if I can find the B. The B would be another one that wouldn't work. The R. And then I'm going to have to take them all out, but I didn't want to. Birth. The day I have from the donut day. So I need an I. Where is my, oh, here's an I. Come, little I. And the B. I should have prepared that before that, right? Oh, well, I'm thinking. Don't make me, oh, here, is this the B? I think it is. Yay, found it. All right. So, because the mini alphabet die cut all the letters at the same time, I love it. And I keep them in different colors in separate little cellophane bags. So see, I have here in gold. I have some other in pink. So, you know, for other projects. And you may want to have, like, you may have to have another cut because some letters are more used than others. But handy to keep them. All right. So where are my little banners? Here we go. I already have them pre-cut. For these ones, I didn't use the little hole makers because I thought it was too much. I just used my puncher and I just perforated the paper like that, and that was good enough. But if you want perfect holes, you can, by all means, use the little die to make the holes. So I'm doing 2 banners at a time just to save, and I'm trying to make the hole a little bit bigger. And the same here, more or less there. I'm going around, kind of, you don't see, but I'm going around like that. So we just peel the back because that's the beauty of the adhesive. We have the B. Let's do the H. Sorry, I'm peeling them off camera, but I'm peeling them. A little crooked, but it's okay. And the eye. Oh, I didn't do the holes for this one. I think. So that's what I'm gonna do with these. I use old designer series paper. This was from Les Shops. The back has the shops. You can barely see them, but I like this side. I thought it was nice and happy and perfect. All right. Let's do the eye. Bird. And now I need the R. I think this is a little high, but if it lets me peel it, I'll peel it. Oh, peeled a little bit too much. There. Happy birds. Okay. Can this spell it properly? Birthday. They. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put my thread. Maybe I'll just cut the little edge. Again, I'm putting it from the front in to the back because I don't want to see the whole thread coming through. I want that to be on the back, and I'll show you in a second what I mean by that. I think there may be a better way to thread this. But anyway, just if you have a needle for embroidering or something that allows for thicker thread, that may work. I have one. Should have thought of that. But anyway, it's okay. We just keep going. This, I think I have to cut this piece. Hopefully I have enough thread left after that, all that trimming. The other day, I didn't have that much trouble doing that. And I was totally jet lagged. So I don't know why it's not working. Well, it is working. Just wanna, and probably I don't need to finish it because you get the idea, right? Oh, well, I guess when you're on camera, things are always slower. But I'm stubborn, and if you put out with me, I'm gonna finish it because I want to show you the finished product. What I'm gonna do is gonna make the holes a little bigger. Try not to ripping the paper off the banner. Only 3 left. Come on. That's why I'm saying that you should save these and reuse them. Do you reuse your birthday candles? I do. Who reuses their birthday candles? I mean, if they look really, really small, I don't. But once they're lit, you don't know if they've been used before or not. So why waste them, right? All right. The last 2. And then you can decorate your banner as you see fit. I put these little shimmering ribbons there. I think it works nicely. Okay, let me see if I can grab this part that is... No, it doesn't let me. Oh, well. Guess what? We have to trim the edge again. I can't even see the hole here. Come on, there's only 2 left. Don't make me suffer so much. I should have just left 2 letters to be exchanged, and that's it. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for the encouragement. Well, when you're on camera, it's always worse. It's like tying a bow on camera and everything. I also cut my nails. That, I think, has something to do with it as well. Really short. I had more nails the other day. All right, and the last one. And then these you can, as I said, I use these colorful straws that I had, paper straws. But you can also use even chopsticks. Whatever you want to hang this from and use it as a cake topper. I do like that idea. All right. And my last one. Come on, baby. Get in. There we go. Done. Yay. Okay. Let's see. So I put that ribbon there. Now you have your birthday here that you can just open it or whatever you want. And let's put the ribbon here as well. You can do tassels if you want to. I just wanted something fast because I was jet lagged and I was preparing this for the office the day after I arrived. So, you know, and I had so much to do and unpacking and everything. Anyway, here's our birthday banner. Let's space it properly. And a happy birthday. And, you can, as I said, keep this. Happy birthday, done. I don't know. It's done. Having a birthday? I don't know. You can use that for something else. Hi, Julia. How are you? Where's OBX? Yes, a needle threader is definitely a good idea for this. I mean, I should have had my act together, but well, it worked. Okay. All right. So these ideas for cape toppers, you can actually use shorter ones for like the front of a slimline car, for instance, if you want to say hello or joy or something like that. Ideas, 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 you know. As I said, this is the possibilities are endless with these bundles. I love these dies. I was not gonna get them. I'm like, yeah, I don't make banners, but honestly, I'm so happy I did. So let's go for the last project of the night, which is this monogram box. How cute is that? Right? So this is pretty easy. I'm using here the Sips and what is it? The paper called Sips and Drinks and something like that. I can't remember. Sips and Celebratory Sips. That's it, I think. All right. So you start for the box, for the base of the box, 6.5 by 6.5, and score it at 4 sides at 1.5. So let's get that out of the way. This is the easy part. Well, everything is easy. It's not a complicated project. It's an easy card box. You can make a more sturdy box if you want to. For this friend who's having her birthday soon, she's having a birthday party later this month for a few of us, and I wanted to bring boxes with truffles for all the ladies so we can use them as placeholders too. All right, so I'm gonna use my big scissors for this because I think it's gonna be better. Right, and give backs too. Right, Elise is saying that this will be cute in. Oh, do I have the HNDT switch? Oh my God! Thank you. Happy. Where it's like, did I put birthday? Yes. No, I have to undo them and put them right. Okay, I'll do that later. So sorry of my lack of spelling here. Thank you, Julia. I mean, I should know better because I'm an editor for work, so I should have caught that. So what we're gonna do now is do 4 cuts on the sides and angle them. 1. I'm trying to avoid the fold to cut it off. I mean, just to make it a little bit better, but 2. I should have been looking at the comments before I end up threading the whole thing. Thank you, Julia. That's kind of embarrassing. The birthday banner does have a tassel die? I don't think so. Not mine. Here. These are the dies. There's no tassel. So there was a tassel on the for the books die that I could use for that, but no. It's not hard to make a tassel though. Just need time. All right, so we're gonna put this like that because these are the sides that need the adhesive. And of course now my adhesive is not working. Putting a generous amount because it's a box, you know. You're gonna be opening and closing. This I said it was 6.5 on 6.5. and score at 1.5 on all sides. I'm gonna close it to the corner like so. Same on this side. And it's a deep box, so to speak. So it would hold quite a bit. You can put a soap or something. That's a soap. It's not a bad idea, but I just bought truffles. So anyway, this is not. Let me see. This is not to the corner. I just want to adjust it a little bit better. And that's it. All right. So this is our bottom. And now we need the top. For the top, we have a 5x5 and score at, if you want, so my original box, I got the instructions from the internet. It was the same size. So this would be 3.5, I believe. But the bottom is also 3.5. So you have to wiggle it a little bit to make it a very sturdy fit. But see how it goes in a little bit? That's fine. Depends on what you want to put. But if you want a really tight fit, then you have to score this at 3/4 on each side. I want a little bit of a looser fit because I don't like this to go in like that. So I'm doing 3/4 minus 16 of an inch, which I think it's 11, but I'm not good with inches. So I go to the 3/4 and I just back up 1/16 of an inch. And I score it. Just furnish the scores well. And we're gonna do the same thing. It's just the same exact thing for the lid as for the bottom. Teresa, I don't understand what you say. I'm just reading what Teresa is saying. Sorry, that's what I stopped. Teresa says the bundle that I used, a lot of the pretty paper has small banner dies. Oh, you mean this one? This is the small banner die, right? Is this what are you talking about? But I don't see a tassel. I mean, I do see banners. All right, so that's how it goes. And then we have a piece of, I think this is, I have a bigger one. May have a bigger one. No, this is good enough, I think. Because it's 3/16 of an inch. Sorry, let's measure it. The box is 3 3/4. And this is 3 1/4 and a little bit like a 16th more. The box is the box is 3. Yeah, the box is 3 1/4. Huh, 3/4, sorry. Anyway, so this is 3 by 3 1/4 and a sliver more, and 3 1/4 and a sliver more. Anyway, however you want it. You can make it a little bit bigger if you want. A tight fit, like or like less of an edge of the box. By the way, the box cardstock I'm using is Strawberry Slush. Another one of the in colors. I think the in colors this year are very, very happy. Oh, another different set. Okay, maybe I don't have that. Probably I don't. All right. So then you grab your, before you put the box together, you grab your letter. Oh, birthday celebration bundle. There you go. Do I have that? I have Wildflower birthday, but I think that's another one. So then you put your letter in the middle and then you run it through the machine. But by the magic of TV, I have one right there done. So I'll do that one later. And this is what happened. Ran it. And I have a C for another thing to say ciao or something in another card, or for a tag, or for something else, for another project, for another banner. Anyway, so now that we have these, I'm gonna use tear and tape. Actually, I should close it first. Maybe I don't need to. Thank you for clarifying that, Teresa. I was a little bit confused. I apologize. And this will be to put our window shade. Leave them. Peel them or whatever. Lift the backing. There. There. And then we have piece of window. I mean, we could have made it smaller, the window, but I think it's clearer that way. Oh, I forgot to put a little bit of here. See, it depends on the letters. You're going to have to put a little bit more of adhesive there because see, this may come undone. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Just a little bit because you'll see from the inside, but just to keep it holding there. All right. And now we finish our box. Come on, we're almost done, glue. Don't fail me in the last 5 minutes. All right. I'm going to have to check on those birthday celebration dice, Teresa. I'm curious now. Close the sides. Let's see how it works now with our top being a 1/16 of an inch bigger. It's not going to be a tight fit, but yeah, it's a little bit looser. But I like it better because I don't want it so, like, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but it's up to you. So one is like a 1/16 of an inch bigger than the other one. And yes, this, if you turn it around, it won't hold. This, if you turn it around, it would hold. But anyway. And now to finish the box up, you can put a square of the same paper in the bottom, because if you have it open, see-through, I'm sorry, wrongly see through. See, at least you see the bottom. That's oops. And I did the same size of the exterior, which is 3 and a little bit more of a quarter. But if you want it exactly like the whole bottom without marching around it, it would be 3 3/4, we said. No, 3.5. I don't know why I was saying 3 3/4. Maybe I measured it wrong. 3.5 and 3 1/4, a little bit more. All right. And just for decoration, I wanted to put some flowers before I use the tulips. I'm using, again, retired things, but you can use whichever flowers you have available in your stash. This is from Petal Park, and I did the same thing. I sponged the edges, and because you see how these flowers in my paper in the celebratory sips has the little black center, I went for my black matte dots, which are matte black dots, which are discontinued, but you can use these ones if you want it, or whatever you have. I mean, this is the point, just give you the idea. Don't have to do exactly the same. You don't have to go crazy finding retired product to finish this. You look in your stash and use what you have. And I'm gonna sponge a little bit of strawberry slush to this little flower, and then Darling Duckling to the yellow flower, just to finish a little bit. Just a little bit in the edges, and that's it. And let's do the same with the yellow. Change the sponge dauber though. And do I have a yellow flower? Yes. Darling Duckling. So we've used all of the, I think we have used them all, right? All of the new ink colors. Yes. Cloud Cover, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, and this is Timid Tiger. Very happy colors. And they go very well with the paper celebratory sips that has all these colors. So here we go with my black dots for the centers, just to mimic the flowers on my paper. I curl them, as you could see, with my bond folder a little bit. And then I'll put this one. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna do the same I did the other one. Just do the yellow in the corner. And this one here with a glue dot. And this one I'm gonna put in dimensional so I can put it over the other ones. And just a small dimensional will do it. I don't know why this sheet of dimensionals keep spilling on me. Every time I pick it, it picks the peelings of the next one as well. This doesn't look like it's very well at here center. Just gonna center it better. There. All right. Then a couple of leaves. I didn't sponge the leaves. You can if you want. I did not. And a glue dot to finish this off. And that's it. All right. So this is what I have for now. I mean, I have a lot of other ideas for these dies. I love them, as I said. I love them, love them. Let's see. Let's put the projects here. We have these. Then we have the birthday banner with the letters reimbursed. Birthday Jesus candy. I think it'd be easier just to peel the letters off than to actually undo things. Let me try that actually. Maybe. If I do carefully, no, it just no. They're too attached now. Oh well, I'll redo them. I know how to spell, I promise. And then we have our card as well. Right here. All right. So tell me, what was your favorite project? I would love to hear. And next week we'll be back with more. I don't know what yet, but probably not more banners, something else, but something else. And there will be more banner projects another time, sometime in the future. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Thank you. Bye bye.